my question has a couple of parts. It's also about relationship. And the first part is about communication. And so, given that we should all be in alignment, we've certainly heard that, what is the best, wisest path of least resistance with a friend, lover, colleague, family member, if you perceive that at least superficially you have opposing desires? Is it always best to communicate? Because that's where we're told, keep the lines of communication open and whatever. Or is it just better to...
Keep the lines of communication open in that sense is the same thing as saying keep the discord active.
Right.
Keep the resistance active. Keep the thing that's hindering me from what I want active.
Right. So is it a good plan of attack to... That's the wrong word, but...
That's the right word. It's the right word because it doesn't work, but it's the right word.
Right. So can we just have faith that if you stay in alignment and hold your desire, that the fairies of the universe will just orchestrate it? You don't have to plant a seed. You don't have to...
Here's the thing. Every desire, every desire that you hold that feels like it is being opposed by another person with a desire, at the heart of both of those desires is something that is compatible. Both think that you'll feel better in having of it. Both feel that a soothing when you think about it. In other words, somewhere there is a compatible basis for it. But there's a tendency to want to continue to debate or consider the details, the specifics, where you are opposing. So when you think about, at some point you are in alignment, and maybe it's so far back that you can't find it. But then as you move outward, your desire is going this way and the other one's desire is going that way, and there's a big time wobble between you. So you have to go back to the place where there is no wobble. The analogy that we were using at one time was your mate wants to live in the mountains and you want to live by the seashore. So it feels like there's no place for you to live together because you've got your heart set on one thing and your partner's got his heart set on another thing. Well, what happens in that situation is you both hold yourself apart from what you want by making the details too literal. Where if instead you'll start talking about why you want what you want. As you begin talking about why you want what you want, what begins to happen is you begin to notice that there are a lot of compatible components. And this time-space reality does have the ability to deliver to each of you what you want without tearing you apart and making you have to live apart. You want to talk about the specifics of something?
Well, I wanted to tell that gorgeous black man that I'm my thing is invisible. I'm a total weirdo, and I didn't really know how much of a weirdo I was until I was sitting at dinner with people thinking that a lot of my desires are things that I really want in terms of the evolution of the species, and we'll all be headed to the same direction. And then I was sitting with people who said, "Oh, I would never want that." I was like, "Okay, well, good variety," but. Yeah, well...
In other words, you want to say to him, you're misunderstood too?
Yeah, I did want to say that to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So...
She's misunderstood too. But this audience likes weirdos, right?